You know we love Quince for their cashmere and their elegant home staples. But with the holidays right around the corner, we've been looking to Quince for their holiday collection and gifts as well. Quince has the luxe little touches that make our spaces feel special. For example, I just purchased 2 balsam candles by Quince. The balsam candle has the holiday scent of winter pine. All the candles at Quince are hand-poured in the USA, made of 100% natural wax, have clean burning wicks, and come in recyclable glass vessels. Perfect for you and perfect to gift. Just like their apparel, Quince home pieces are from premium materials but priced at half the cost of similar luxury brands. By working directly with trusted factories that follow safe, ethical practices, Quince skips the middleman, so comfort and luxe come without the markup. I can't wait to light up these balsam candles. And I'm saying candles because I'm probably going to keep both of them. I'll just get some more for gifts. Give the gift of cozy to yourself or someone else with thoughtful home essentials this season from Quince. Go to quince.com/DTT for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's the final days of our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Hey everybody, I'm Kelly Wilkness here with Anita Joyce, and this is another DTT Plus where you get more of us. And today we're discussing the question, is your home ever done?
Yes, I think this is more of why is it never done, or is it that it...
Okay, so you didn't even, you just presumed the answer was no and went to the why of no.
Well, I'm just joking about that. I mean, I think we can back up because I do think some people think that once they do it, they are done. But I think of that as like people that don't want any new friends. They don't want to learn. They just want everything to stay the same. I mean, that's kind of the way I see this. And I used to work, I was an engineer at one point and I was a corporate quality engineer, and the mantra was constant improvement. We were always working to improve the systems, to improve the customer experience. You were never supposed to be complacent about where things were. And so I think there's something to be said for us striving to make constant improvements to yourself. I mean, do you want to just accept that you have some fault or some problem or maybe, some health issue? Why not work to improve it? I mean, it's never too late if you're still breathing. So I think
that's the inspirational thought for today.
But having said that, if you're the kind of person that hates decorating, you don't want to think about it, it stresses you out, then I can see that our approach to decorating, where we're looking to constantly improve it, would be very stressful and would make you miserable. And I think if you're that kind of person, then I think it makes sense. Just don't, because it's not worth it. Life's too short.
Yes. So those are kind of the two extremes of people who love decorating, they can't get enough of it. And whether it's broken or not, or can even be improved or not, you still want to tweak the heck out of it constantly because you enjoy that. Or the other end of the spectrum is a person who was just like, oh my gosh, this was so painful. I will never do any of this again, whether it's be renovation, painting, or simply, putting something out on a counter. If you're that end of it, then maybe that's the point where you should be hiring somebody occasionally.
Oh, good point.
I don't care where you are in that spectrum, your house should never be done, like shellacked and finished and preserved and that frozen in time. I don't think that's
then it's
the way
a
to
museum,
live.
right? It's just a museum.
Right. Well, there's that quote from Nancy Lancaster of the American who really showed the British how to have a English country look from Colfax and Fowler. She said, if every piece is perfect, a room becomes a museum and lifeless. So even if it is perfect and you are at the top of your game as an interior designer, you don't want it perfect and done. Then it becomes lifeless. So you have to have this change. But certainly if you're designing and your interior work is kind of a work in progress, you're going to get better at it. You're going to want to keep trying, and you're just going to want to mix it up. Just like you wouldn't want to have the same set of clothes in your closet for 20 years. You're not going to want to have your house stay the same for an extended period of time.
Or what about just reading the same book every day?
Oh my God.
Looking at the same TV show. It's like you said, I mean, it's not just about constant improvement, but it's also about boredom and adding some excitement and some life. It's not even about striving for perfection, but just kind of keeping it current. And it should feel alive. It shouldn't feel stale. So even if you don't like decorating, that is a good point. Is it going to bother you if people come in your house and the house feels stale and dated to them? And again, if you don't care about that, then I think you are done. But if that is a concern of yours, then I think that's something to be thinking about and kind of paying attention to. Am I keeping up with kind of in general what's going on? So if you have candles sitting out that are 30 years old and they're kind of faded looking on the top, and they're, and they're surrounded by like that stiff, fake flowers that are pretty obviously hard plastic. I mean,
candle wreath, you mean?
A candle wreath, then it's time. It's time.
Yes. But even if you're a person who hates decorating, I'm going to say never done. Never done. I could get that on a t-shirt. My house is never done. And that doesn't mean that I don't love it the way it is, but I'm just open to the changing. And even if you are a person who hates decorating and it's very stressful for you, and even if you have a very minimal budget, you can still change things up a little bit. And not only can you should. It's not good for your mental health to come into a house where there's a dusty old candle with a candle wreath on it, using that as a metaphor for maybe all the things that are really dated in your home. I don't think that's good for your psyche to come home to something like that, because your home really does need to support you in so many ways, not just functioning, not just running water and showering and cooking. It has to support you in your mental health and your outlook. And I just don't see how you could live in a place that's been frozen in time and have it feel like it's doing that. Another reason why your home should never be done and will never really be done is because your needs are going to change. You're going to want to live in the house in different ways, whether it's the same house or you move on to another house. There's phases in your life, right? You might be a single person in your house initially, then maybe you partner up. Maybe that works or it doesn't work. So things change again. Maybe you have kids. Maybe you add a pet. Maybe you have extended family move in with you. There's all sorts of different ways that you're going to live in your home or homes over the course of your lifetime. So it needs to change.
But I think, too, just the sheer boredom of seeing something that's just exactly the same, I just think that would just be so maddening. I cannot imagine life where the room doesn't change in 20 years or 10 years. Okay, in a year, no change. That would drive me nuts, too. I don't care how perfect it is. But you've been in those houses, probably your grandma's house where you're like, nothing has changed in 20 years in this house.
Well, I think people approached decorating differently.
Well, that's true. That's true. If you've been through the Great Depression, you have it, you don't change it.
Yes. And then, of course, if you were a designer or you had the income to hire somebody, then maybe you were doing that. But I think many, many years ago, it was more like, oh, you bought the sofa, you bought the set, and that's the way it was. And you didn't really do too much about it.
Well, and I know people that paid money and they're like, I paid a designer to help me with this. This was professionally done. And you're thinking, 20 years ago, might be time to update that.
The classics that we suggest all the time, not necessarily needing to go into each one of them, but those classic choices, timeless choices that we encourage you to make, they're going to last the test of time. But that being said, it doesn't mean if you made those choices that your house is now done. I can't tell you how many people asked me, so are you done? Is your house done?
Wait a minute. You get asked that?
Oh, well, because we were doing a big giant renovation here for a long time.
Maybe they mean all the renovating. Yeah.
Yeah. So some people probably meant the renovating, but other people really did mean the decorating. Like, are you done? Are you done? No, I'm never done. You know, call me crazy, but I'm never done. We're always going to be doing something. But it doesn't have to be big things. It doesn't have to be giant renovations. You might be very, very happy with the layout of your house and how it functions for you. That's terrific. But make some tweaks. You must. If you're listening here, you definitely want to make some tweaks.
But you make a good point, too. When we talk about changes, we're not talking about throwing the whole room out and starting over. Really, we're talking more about tweaking, maybe just kind of adding a little something, changing a little something out. If things are starting to look very stale, maybe change out those curtains, maybe change out some pillows. I mean, you may not have to do the sofa. Maybe there's some other things that you can do. Usually there are small things that you can do to your room to just give it a refresh. And it is amazing how much happier you will feel with your room. And that's what really this is all about, is being happy in your home. And that's why I said, if you like it just staying the same, then I mean, I think that's fine. I don't see a problem with that. But if you're wanting it to feel fresh and new, then yes, definitely make some changes.
Want to glow this holiday season and throughout the year? Well, change your makeup to Jones Road Beauty. Start with the Miracle Balm. It is truly a miraculous product. And their Just Enough Tinted Moisturizer does the job beautifully. I have received so many compliments since I switched to Jones Road Beauty, and oftentimes all I am wearing is the Miracle Balm. It is an amazing product that I want you all to try. And why not start now during the holiday season? You're probably going to go out some more. You might even be doing a bit of traveling. And it's so easy to travel with Jones Road. So start your glow up now with Jones Road Beauty. And for a limited time, you can also enjoy their most giftable and exclusive holiday collection. They have 5 limited edition kits in the collection, and they're all trios that include new holiday shades, products, and packaging. The collection is full of effortless yet party-ready essentials that you can wear for any occasion. And the limited edition kits from Jones Road make the perfect gift for someone else or yourself. So this holiday season, simplify your routine with makeup that's clean, strategic, and multifunctional. And don't miss out on Jones Road limited edition holiday sets. They won't be here for long, and when they're gone, they're gone. Also, as a treat for our listeners, Jones Road is going to give you a free cool gloss on your first purchase when you use code DTT at checkout. Just head to jonesroadbeauty.com and use the code DTT at checkout. After your purchase, Jones Road is going to ask you where you heard about them. Please mention Decorating Tips and Tricks sent you. So the way I would approach it is I would do a comprehensive rethink of each one of my rooms. So if you're a person that's listening to this and you think, wow, we did the kitchen in 2004 and I really haven't done anything since then. Hey, I did that bookshelf in 2010 and I really haven't moved anything other than maybe dusting it once in a while. If you've got spots in your house like that, and certainly if you've got multiple spots in your house like that, I would just go through room by room. You can break it up, do a room a day, do a room a week, do a room a month, or you could do the whole thing at one time. Just walk in and have a good look. We've said this to you many, many times, that you end up not seeing what's there because you just see it all the time. So what are you going to do, Anita? You're going to take a photo.
Oh, you stole it. Yes.
I stole your line. So you're going to do that. And then you're going to be able to look at that in conjunction with being in real life in the room. And just think about, hey, maybe let me take that down. Let me try something new. Oh, that kind of looks dated. Oh, I don't like that frame. Let me change that out. Love the picture. Change the frame. All little tiny touches like that are going to make such a big impact and have your house feel fresh. And then you can also wear the t-shirt that says, my house is never done.
Well, there you go. That's right. Well, yeah, I don't think it has to be a big production. This can be done very easily, very simply. And I think if you haven't changed anything in a long time, just try changing out some inexpensive things and see if it doesn't feel wonderful to you. That's what I want, is for you to just buy something you can return. Just try it. If it doesn't make you feel better about the room, then just take it back. But perhaps it will give the room a new lease on life, and you're going to be very excited about it.
Yeah, or do the other Anita top tip is move some furniture from room to room. If you've purchased things that kind of all jive together in a good way, or something that's going to add a little bit of whimsy or a little pop or something super interesting to a room, bring it on in. See how it works. You're not even spending any money. It's just a little bit of time. Move things around and see how that changes your feel about the room. I've done this with clients. I do it in my own home all the time. And wow, does it make a big difference? Even if you just move a piece of furniture and you have a different perspective on the whole place when you now sit in that piece of furniture, it can really change how you feel about your space.
Well, I don't know about you, Kelly, but sometimes there's something in my room and it's just kind of driving me nuts. There's a pillow that just will not fluff right, or a chair where the cushion will not bounce back, or a rug that's stained. There's something that every time you walk in the room, it bothers you. And it's easy for us just to be trying to push it out of our thoughts, rather than saying, wait a minute, I could just replace this item. Mm-hmm. And it is amazing a lot of times when you fix that thing that's bothering you about the room, how much better you feel about life and that room. It really is truly amazing how much that can change your perspective. And I think the reason that you and I love decorating so much is because we see how much better we feel about everything when we're in a space that we think is beautiful.
That is truly why I have clients, because I do love meeting people and I do love the process. But when I know I have helped someone to be happier in their home, make it more beautiful for them, and have them enjoy their spaces more than they are before I started working with them, that is so satisfying to me, because I truly believe it is so important for all aspects of our lives that we are living in surroundings that support us in positive ways.
Right. This isn't about trying to get your house in a magazine, about trying to impress everybody, or just trying to feel better than other people. It's really about you. You know, they talk about feeling good in your own skin. You should feel good in your own home. It should be an embrace. It should make you feel better about life. It should be, a place that you come that's safe and inviting. So, I mean, that's what we're really talking about here. And if it's not doing that, then that's not good, and that needs to be changed.
Right. And it can't do that if it was a one and done a long time ago. It just
probably
can't.
Not. That's true.
No. So there you go. That's how we feel about it. No holds back.
Well, I hope nobody's shocked that we landed on the no, it's never done. I hope you weren't expecting us to say, yes, mine is done. In fact, the podcast is now over. So
yeah, exactly.
You don't need to worry about it anymore.
Right. Like our homes, the podcast will never be done.
No, the podcast is not done. The houses are never done. It is, but we see it as a fun experience and a rewarding experience, like you said. And you're right. When we hear from clients and they are so happy with their homes, that makes my day, my week, my month, my year. Mm-hmm. It makes me so happy. And even if they're not clients, I mean, just a listener or anybody telling me, hey, I made this change and I love my house now. That is what this is about.
Yes. When we get those emails that say that we've helped people feel better in their own homes, that really is the reason why we're doing this. Although we do love decorating, we love chatting with each other, but it really truly is about helping you all live in a home that's going to really make you happy and support you. And speaking of, we have a consult coming up in a few minutes, so we're going to have to be done with this particular episode. Mm-hmm. But I will take a moment to remind everybody that the holidays are coming. In fact, I think by the time this is out, Thanksgiving is going to be in the past. So if you want to have a consult with us before Christmas and Hanukkah and everything else comes upon us to get a few things in order in your home and freshen it up, please go to decoratingtipsandtricks.com and click the consult link and get on our schedule. We would love to talk to you and help you not ever be done with your house.
And I think that was very well said. So remember, we're here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time.